let's get real. We live in a time when everyone wants to be an expert overnight. Whether it's cooking, gaming, studying, building a business, or even learning a new language. There's this pressure to be great at everything immediately. But guess what? There's massive value in enjoying something you're actually bad at, like truly awful at, because it keeps you humble, hungry, and creative. Today I'm going to share why embracing the beginner's mindset can bring more joy, fulfillment, and even unexpected opportunities in life. Stick with me. By the end of this, you might be inspired to pick up a new hobby you're hilariously terrible at and love every single second of it. We're so used to scrolling through social media feeds where everyone seems to be a pro. Perfect sports highlights, flawless cooking tutorials, insane art skills. It's like everyone online is a polished expert. That can make you feel like if you can't be good at something right away, you shouldn't even start. And that's completely false. But let me tell you, when you do something that you're not good at, you break free from the performance trap. You stop caring about judgment and you start remembering what it's like to learn purely for the joy of it. There's this concept in Zen Buddhism known as, well, I'll try and pronounce it, Shōshin, or beginner's mind. It means approaching something with openness, excitement, and zero preconceptions, like a child discovering a new game. When you try an activity you know you're not good at, you're forced into that beginner's mind, which is actually a very powerful place to be. So instead of fixating on how bad or clumsy you are, pay attention to the moments of laughter and curiosity. If you're learning to draw and you can only produce stick figures, celebrate the fact that your lines are straighter than yesterday's lines. Celebrate small victories and you can see the progress. Mistakes are proof that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Many people are just stuck in their own comfort zones and will be there for the rest of their lives. But I give credit to people who actually try to get out of their comfort zones because they're doing what 95% of people are not willing to do. Because there's a whole another life out there, and if you're just purely living inside of your own comfort zone, you'll never actually experience what life has to offer. And when you first try something, you might be bad at it. You might not be an expert. But if you enjoy being bad at these, fields, it can be activities, things you do, work, then in the long term, you actually become really talented and successful in these activities, if you can say it like that. I'll admit it. A couple months ago, I had my yearly guitar phase and I thought I could learn to play the guitar with just a couple YouTube videos. I was pretty naive. I thought, hey, it's just 6 strings, how hard could it be? Well, after a few days, my fingertips felt like they were on fire and my chords were buzzing like a broken speaker and I couldn't even keep rhythm to save my life. But here's the funny part. I actually enjoyed it. Yes, I sounded terrible at first, but every time I strummed a chord halfway decently, I got this tiny rush of excitement. It was like unlocking a new level in a video game. Over time, I improved, slowly, bear in mind. Yet, even when I was bad, the act of learning felt awesome. That beginner phase was surprisingly fun because I had zero pressure to be perfect. I could explore, mess up, and just laugh about it. And that's basically how everything is in life. If you just enjoy failing and trying, you'll become better over time. I've been kind of repeating myself, but that's the whole point. If you find something that you enjoy being bad at, imagine how much you can enjoy it when you're good at it. When you stick with something you're not naturally gifted at, you develop grit. You learn to handle frustration and keep going in the face of failure. And these features are extremely important later down in your life, and you can use it in relationships, work-related terms, or basically anywhere. And also, if you're not bound by the proper way of doing something, you might experiment more freely, and sometimes that leads to unique styles or discoveries you wouldn't find if you were already an expert. So for example, take my guitar phase as an example. If I just played around with my guitar and didn't really look at any YouTube tutorials, I could develop like my own type of playstyle instead of just copying someone off of YouTube. It's also easier to get stuck in an ego-driven mindset if you only do things you're good at. Trying something new and struggling a bit, that's a reality check that keeps you grounded and more compassionate toward others who are also learning. I think one big reason people don't pursue new hobbies and new interests is because they fear looking silly. We all want to look cool and confident, but being willing to look foolish is liberating and humiliating. It means you're not trying to impress anyone, not trying to uphold some image. That's real confidence. Knowing you can make mistakes publicly and be okay with it. Just think about it. If you know that you're okay with making mistakes and people notice it, people will sense your confidence. If you're very self-conscious, practice your new hobby at home or in a supportive group with friends, and in the future you'll probably be able to practice your hobby on the internet or in public with others watching who are not in your close circle. Also try to turn mistakes into jokes. Laugh at your own off-key singing. Make silly sketches if you're learning how to draw, because I think this can really take the pressure off. Also try to do 10 to 15 minutes a day, and in those 10 to 15 minutes really dive deep into your hobby and try to learn as much as possible, because then you can try and learn as much as possible without the pressure of long practice sessions. I can take a couple of examples of my childhood, I can say. Back in my days, well, I'm only 19, but a couple of years ago, everything I did was trampoline, tricking, freestyling, I don't know what you call it. I was out probably like 1 to 3 hours every single day, just jumping on my trampoline, doing tricks, filming videos for my Instagram, and it was everything I did. It was my whole personality, because I enjoyed learning. I enjoyed being bad at tricking on the trampoline, and over time I learned double backflips, double side flips, double backflip twists, you name it. I could do basically everything, and it was basically just because I enjoyed failing on the trampoline and I enjoyed watching the progress over time. And in the end I was probably one of the best trampoliners in my hometown, just because I put down the work and I enjoyed it. It's truly a gift to do something that you enjoy, because then it doesn't matter if you fail on the first day or you don't see any results in a month, because you just enjoy the process. So if you're struggling with starting out, here is a quick checklist on how you can start out. So pick a hobby or a skill that really intrigues you. This could be anything: learning an instrument, a new sport, knitting, coding, dancing, trampoline, whatever sparks your brain. Set 0 performance goals. For at least a couple of weeks, just play around. Don't worry about measuring progress. Let yourself be freely terrible and see if you still enjoy it. Find a community or a friend group who are also into whatever you're trying to achieve, and you can get a long way just by connecting with others. And try to schedule a few regular sessions where you actually try to work on your goals or whatever, as this will help your progress a lot. And whenever you have a couple of breakthroughs, celebrate those. Write it down or record it with a phone and celebrate your milestones, because it can really motivate you to keep going with whatever hobby or whatever you're trying to achieve. Now I want to hear from you. What's one hobby or skill you've always wanted to explore, but you've held back because you're afraid of looking bad? Drop it in the comments below, and let's normalize being beginners and celebrating the learning curve. And if this video added even a drop of inspiration to your day, hit the like button and please subscribe. I'm trying to push this channel out to everyone. I try to share more content like this on finding motivation, fueling self-improvement, and embracing life's messy learning curves. So until next time, keep exploring and don't be afraid to be hilariously bad at something you really truly enjoy. See ya.